Viresh, Pranav, Chinmay, Ganesh, सबको good afternoon. पूजा, good afternoon. हाँ अथर, स्लाइड शो है, साथ में कुछ और भी चीजें पढ़ेंगे, ठीक है? डोंट वरी. तो कल किसका हाईएस्ट रहा बच्चा लोग? How like who has got the highest mark out of 40? Anyone who's got like 40 out of 40? In yesterday test, anyone who's got 40 out of 40? 36, 35, more than 35? Anyone? Anyone has got more than 35? Okay, so 28, 20, ठीक है, चलो कोई नहीं, improve करो, ठीक है? 26 for me, okay, quite average, yeah, सबका वैसा ही कुछ रहा. So I hope yesterday's session was helpful for all of you. So if you want same kind of session for all the other chapters, you have to be thoda sa more responsive, because number of student in that session was also very less, and the number of votes that I was getting, that was also very less. Only 50% of you were actually responding to the answers to the questions, so that was thoda sa down. थोड़ा उसको improve करना, okay? And the time management, you have to like learn the time management. You have to learn which question you have to solve and which one to leave and all those things. All right? चलिए, तो video चाहिए? Okay, voice low है. Now is it okay or should I like scream? अरे वीडियो देख के क्या करेगा यार? वीडियो में कुछ नहीं. चलो अच्छा, तो let us start our class. Today we are going to start. Like ये मैंने कौन सा खोला हुआ है? Is it correct one? I think सही है ना? I don't know यार क्या बनाया इन लोगों ने, वही तो है. I think I have changed the name also, but I have to see. Yeah, I think it's the same. It's correct. No problem. Yeah, same. No green screen. I have to like fix it. Right? पीछे में पर्दा लगाना पड़ेगा and all those things. यहाँ पे थोड़ा मुश्किल है. I can't actually have those things. So stand खरीदना पड़ेगा. I have to like get the stand and all. Alright guys, let us start our class. So today we'll start atoms. Okay, we'll talk about atoms. And I'm sure most of the things, like 99.9% of the things, 99% of the things you must have studied already. There's only one extra thing that I'll teach you, and not through the slideshow. I'll teach you like the atomic collision. Okay, you must not have studied atomic collision. So I'll teach you atomic collision in competitive class. In boards that is not there, okay? Apart from that, you must have studied all the other things. सब कुछ आप लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा. Must have studied other the models given by Rutherford, J.J. Thomson, Bode's model, है ना? सब आपने पढ़ा होगा. Then some of the properties, like some of the parameters, like radius of orbit, velocity, energy concept, then spectrum, emission spectrum, absorption spectrum, सब कुछ आपने पढ़ा होगा. Your chemistry teacher must have taught you. And एक ही चीज में पढ़ाऊंगा, that is atomic collision. That will be थोड़ा सा new to you. However, that is not new, but new in this chapter. Like you must not have been taught in chemistry that part. बाकी everything has been taught to you properly. ठीक है? So that is why this slideshow will work here. No problem. This will be a kind of revision for all of you. And we'll only talk about the physics aspects. So don't think of that I'll be talking about all the like chemistry part also. I'll be talking about whatever the things that are there in physics. Okay? चलिए, so शुरू करते हैं बच्चा लोग. So first thing that we have to study is what? J.J. Thomson atomic model. क्या था बच्चा लोग ये? इन्होंने क्या किया था? He has actually experimented. The experiment that he has done was what? With cathode rays. So what is cathode rays? Tell me guys. साथ में बोलते चलो, ठीक है? जो आंसर आपको आता है साथ में interact करते चलो. So you have to like interact with me in the, like for some of the theoretical concepts. Okay? Tell me guys, what is cathode rays? Atomic collision पढ़ा है आप लोगों ने? तब ठीक है, very good. Tell me guys, what is cathode ray? होता क्या है basically? किसी को नहीं पता है? अरे केमिस्ट्री में पढ़ा होगा यार. It's very famous. Stream of electrons, very good. Negatively charged particle or stream of electrons. So he has actually done an experiment with stream of electrons. और उसके बाद he has deduced the result that was not very well accepted. बाद में इसको लोगों ने डिस्कार्ड कर दिया था बिकॉज देयर वर सो मेनी फ्लॉज, देयर वर सो मेनी लिमिटेशंस टू जे थॉमसन्स एटॉमिक मॉडल. ओके, तो उन्होंने क्या बोला था, चलो कैथोड रे मूव फ्रॉम कैथोड टू एनोड, ये रिजल्ट मिला. Cathode rays are indivisible, like stream of electrons. These rays travel in straight line, like about cathode rays. In presence of electric field and magnetic field, it deflect towards positive plate. Okay, cathode rays means negatively charged particle means electron. Okay, बहुत बढ़िया. इनका मॉडल क्या था चलो? J.J. Thomson atomic model is also called as plum pudding model. आप ये मेलन समझ लो, ठीक है, watermelon. So this red part, red area, ये जो है ना red part. This is what this is called as, this red part has been called as red juicy part was considered positive charge, and in this red juicy part seeds were considered as the electrons. ठीक है, तो ये मेलन में क्या हुआ, जो रेड पार्ट था उसको उन्होंने क्या बोला, पॉजिटिवली चार्ज पार्टिकल्स हैं, पॉजिटिव चार्ज है, और पूरा का पूरा जो ये सीड्स है ना बीच बीच में, they are what, the electrons. But this model was not actually like complete. It was it had so many limitations, so he was not able to Pranav is saying Thomson must have been foodaholic. Is there a word? ये कोई word है क्या? I don't know. मुझे मेरा इंग्लिश बहुत गंदा है. Guys, is this a word? Foodaholic. चलो ठीक है, foodies ठीक है, चलो. Anyway, so what did he actually explain? The only thing that was there is what? क्या चलो एक ही चीज जो प्रोडक्टिव हुआ निकला इससे. The result that was actually accepted by others was this neutrality of atom. ठीक है, तो कौन सा पार्ट लोगों ने एक्सेप्ट किया चलो, तो जो न्यूट्रलिटी ऑफ एटम है that was accepted by others, और बाकी चीजें like this model was not able to explain. Like the revolution of atom, like revolution of atoms and all those things, he was not able to explain those things. ठीक है, बहुत बढ़िया. चलिए, the neutrality of atom is what, one of the you can say important aspect of this atomic model. फिर उसके बाद like limitations को हटाने के लिए what are the limitations of J.J. Thomson model? चलो, can you give me some? Can you give me few limitations of J.J. Thomson atomic model? कुछ बताया ही नहीं, सिंपल सी बात है, कुछ नहीं बताया. वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन ऑर्बिट्स का, लाइक कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ ऑर्बिट्स, कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ रिवोल्यूशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, नथिंग. सिर्फ यही इनसे पता लगा कि न्यूट्रलिटी ऑफ एटम इज, टोटल चार्ज ऑफ एन एटम इज व्हाट, 0. नेट चार्ज ऑफ एन एटम इज व्हाट, 0. इट्स व्हाट, एंड न्यूट्रल. चलिए आगे बात करते हैं. सो देन रदरफोर्ड के, इन्होंने अपना क्या बोला, एक मॉडल दिया, इट इज कॉल्ड एज न्यूक्लियर मॉडल ऑफ Rutherford's nuclear model of atom. So what did he do? So this is very, very famous. You must have studied in, I think, standard 10th also and 11th also in chemistry. तो क्या किया उन्होंने बच्चा लोग? He has actually bombarded the gold foil with alpha particles. What is alpha particle? बच्चा लोग, what is mass of alpha particle? Tell me. Mass of alpha particle क्या होता है बच्चा लोग? बोल बच्चा. Mass of alpha particle क्या होगा? And what will be the charge of alpha particle? 4 into mass of proton. Are you sure? Correct. Infinity. बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. What will be the charge of alpha particle? 2 into charge of proton. है ना? 2e. You can write like this is 2e also, no problem. Okay, 2 times the. ये चीज याद रखना. So he actually bombarded the gold foil with alpha particles. Then he has observed that few of the alpha particles actually what, like no, most of them actually pass to this gold foil. Only few of them were actually reflecting back or coming back. So if most of the alpha particles are actually passing through the gold foil, then he stated it that most of the spaces, most of the places, most of the spaces or region in an atom is what, empty. उन्होंने पहला एक स्टेटमेंट दे दिया. Second, he has seen that there will be some deflection of path or deflection of propagation of alpha particles. तो इसके लिए क्या बोला? And this deflection was actually centered at the, जहाँ पे if this was the propagation, this was what, the propagation of alpha particles, this was the path of propagation. Then he has seen that क्या होगा चलो, एक point के about, like about one point, all the deviations has occurred. And as we go towards that single central point, we have seen that the deviation was actually higher. Deviation was actually having very greater magnitude. So what are the observations? So पहला क्या बोला बच्चा? Most of the alpha particles passed undeviated through the gold foil. This suggests that most of the space in an atom is what? Empty. Second क्या बच्चा? तो few alpha particles showed small deflection. तो कुछ जो थे वो क्या थे, उन्होंने छोटा डिफ्लेक्शन शो किया. Very few alpha particles almost retraced their path. So very few alpha particles actually retraced their paths. Very few of them shown some deflection. मतलब क्या है बच्चा लोग, न्यूक्लियस का जो साइज है, the size of this nucleus is what? Very small as compared to the volume or as compared to the total space occupied by the atom. Okay, तो ये पार्ट यहां से समझ में आया. अच्छा, this deflection, since alpha particle will have a positive charge, so for deflection to occur, क्या बोला गया? That this nucleus will have this part. He didn't name nucleus first. तो उन्होंने क्या बोला? This particular portion, centered position will be what? Will be positively charged particle. ये क्या रहेगा? Positively charged रहेगा. So this deviation deflection वाला part has suggested that there is what? A central positive charge in an atom, which deviates, which deflect the positively charged alpha particle. ठीक है? And the mass of this nucleus, or he also said that most of the mass is what? कहाँ है बच्चा? Most of the mass is what? Centered at the center of the atom. ठीक है? तो क्या, क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो only very few of the alpha particles were actually retraced. तो एक छोटे से एरिया में, in a very small space, most of the mass is what? Concentrated. ठीक है? And that is what? Positively charged. All right. Conclusion में देखते हैं क्या क्या है. Most of the space is empty. Second क्या बच्चा? There exists a positive charge in the atom and it occupies very less space. Almost whole mass and positive charge of the atom is concentrated in a very small space inside an atom, and that is called as what? A nucleus. Size of the nucleus to be about 10 to the power minus 15 to 10 to the power minus 14 meter. मतलब क्या है? Fermi level पे आते हैं. This is called as 10 to the power 15 minus 15 is what? Fermi, right? उसके लिए जो हम लोग प्रीफिक्स यूज करते हैं क्या? Fermi है. तो the order of size of nucleus will be what? At Fermi level, minus 15 minus 14. तो size nucleus का बहुत छोटा. This was also the observation or the result, conclusion. Then world has asked him, उनसे पूछा कि what about the revolution of atom? आपने ये तो बताया कि खाली है, but revolution of atom को वो अच्छे से explain करने में, like he was not successful while explaining the revolution of atom. Sorry, revolution of electrons. He said that electrons revolves around the nucleus just as planets revolve around the sun. उन्होंने यही मतलब बताया, but he couldn't explain it. Why? How? What are the forces that are acting? He told electrons revolves around the nucleus just as the planet revolves around the sun, but he couldn't explain this part. Bohr क्या करेंगे? He will use the same thing, but he will actually explain the forces. He will explain the centrifugal force. He will explain the electrostatic force, and then he will actually take help of this one only, and he will actually give one postulate. ठीक है? तो to explain this one, बोर ने क्या बोला? सिर्फ mathematical, physical वो forces था उनको explain कर दिया. बाकी now then this particular statement becomes valid. But this was not satisfactory. This was not actually accepted by the world, by the other physicists, because this particular thing didn't give all the details to what are the forces acting on it and all those things. ठीक है? चलिए. Now let us talk about the limitations. तो limitation क्या है? चलो. तो पहला stability of electron को वो explain नहीं कर पाया. Like it is revolving around the nucleus like a planet, but how? ठीक है? But how? कैसे हुआ? क्या हुआ? वो बताना. Okay? And distribution of electron. How the electrons are distributed, he couldn't explain. All right? Atomic spectra. What is atomic spectra? चलो. Anyone? What is atomic spectra? बोल बच्चा. What is atomic spectra? पढ़ा है ना आपने? तो एटॉमिक स्पेक्ट्रम का मतलब प्लूरल फॉर्म बता रहे हैं. ये कौन कितने टाइप का स्पेक्ट्रम मिलेगा आपको बच्चा लोग? One of them will be what? Emission spectrum, and second one is what? Absorption spectrum. So he couldn't explain these spectrum. He couldn't explain the line spectrum or continuous spectrum, or this emission spectrum that we get from an atom. Every atom will have its own characteristics emission spectrum. Because of the light wave, because of the radiation, the characteristics of radiation also, you can identify which atom, which material it is. If you allow some white light to pass through some kind of cold gases, you will get an absorption spectrum. You will get some kind of band of light, some color of light will be missing. Based on that characteristics, you can actually identify which material, which gas it is. ठीक है, तो उन सब चीजों को ये एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पाए थे. तो एनर्जी कॉन्सेप्ट, बाकी सारी चीजें ही वाज नॉट एबल टू एक्सप्लेन इट. ठीक है, सो व्हाट इज द एक्चुअल और व्हाट इज द, यू कैन से द इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट ऑफ दिस मॉडल. तो उन्होंने क्या बताया, क्या क्या सही बताया था. दीज वेर द इंपॉर्टेंट ऑब्जर्वेशंस दैट वर एक्चुअली एक्सेप्टेड बाय द वर्ल्ड. बाकी सारी चीजें like physicists and the world and the science world didn't accept him, that didn't actually agree with him. So whatever he has explained, they didn't actually agree with the Rutherford's explanation. These are the 4 important aspects that were actually important. Okay, चलिए, जब भी पूछा जाए तो आप ये चारों बता देना, they are more than enough. अब बात करते हैं, चलो ready for challenge, मतलब एक क्वेश्चन का आंसर करो. What will happen to this question? Concept test. Read this question and give me an answer for this. Suppose you are given a chance to repeat the alpha particle scattering experiment using thin sheet of solid hydrogen in place of gold foil. Hydrogen is a solid at temperatures below 14 Kelvin. Okay, what results do you expect? Consider you are being given solid hydrogen sheet. So what will you expect from this experiment? क्या मिलेगा आपको? You are replacing this gold foil with a hydrogen or solid hydrogen, thin sheet of solid hydrogen. क्या changes देखने को मिलेगा आपको रिजल्ट में? बोलो बच्चा लोग. अरे सिंपल सी बात है यार. न्यूक्लियस जो हमने, हमारे पास जो गोल्ड फॉइल है, तो व्हाट इज मास ऑफ एटॉमिक मास ऑफ गोल्ड फॉइल, बताओ. व्हाट इज एटॉमिक मास ऑफ गोल्ड फॉइल? कुछ 179 के करीब होता है, राइट? हमारे पास हाइड्रोजन का कितना होगा? हाइड्रोजन का कितना होगा? बहुत कम. सी, mass of hydrogen is what actually less than the mass of incident alpha particle. So what will happen? Will you find any reversal of alpha particle? Will you find any alpha particle coming back after colliding with that nucleus of hydrogen sheet? I will say no. Why? Because mass of the hydrogen atom is what less than the mass of the alpha particle itself. So what will happen? The hydrogen sheet will what actually move away. तो अगर आपके पास यहाँ पे एक हाइड्रोजन शीट है ना बच्चा, इधर अल्फा पार्टिकल आया, तो कोई none of the alpha particle will actually come back, but what will happen? This hydrogen sheet will actually move in this direction, or the atom will actually move along with the hydrogen sheet, along with the alpha particle. That is what happened. As a result, target hydrogen will move faster when compared to the alpha particle after collision. तो collision के बाद क्या होगा? उसका एनर्जी लेके और तेजी से भाग जाएगा. ठीक है, because mass of the hydrogen is what less than the mass of the incident alpha particle. This is what happened during collision, right? करेक्ट है? समझ में आई बात सबको? चलिए. अरे प्रणव, मुझे हाइड्रोजन को ठंडा करना है. ठीक है, मुझे हाइड्रोजन को ठंडा करना है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इमेजिन दिस हाइड्रोजन, तो जस्ट सॉलिड शीट ऑफ हाइड्रोजन मिलेगा क्या? तो तू एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहा है एक थ्योरेटिकल सा, ठीक है ना? तो इमेजिन करो ना उसके हिसाब से. ठंडाई को मेंटेन नहीं करोगे. ऑलराइट. तो गाइस, रिलेटेड टू दिस, लाइक बेस्ड ऑन दिस Rutherford's nuclear model, there is an important like numerical concept that you have to study, that is called as closest approach. क्या बोलते हैं बच्चों लोग? Closest approach, distance of closest approach. तो उसके पहले हम लोग देख रहे थे कैसे, like how the deviation occurs. So alpha particle trajectory का कैसा होता है वो देख लेते हैं. So how does the trajectory of, or how is trajectory of alpha particles related to the gold nucleus or other parameters? So I can say that alpha particle or alpha particle trajectory, it depends on the impact parameter. What is impact parameter? So this b, ये b है क्या बच्चों? This thickness. What is this b? So what is the thickness of the d? What's the thickness? कितने area में, कितने region में this alpha particle is actually going? So above the gold nucleus, till what point actually? At what point you are finding the deviation? If you go away from this gold nucleus, if you go away from the gold nucleus, what will happen? The deviation will actually decrease. Deviation क्या होगा? Decrease होगा. Because effect of this positive charge decreases as you go away from it. ठीक है? So the alpha particle trajectory depends on the impact parameter. What is impact parameter? This b is called as impact parameter. So distance of a point from the nucleus, it perpendicular to the incident alpha particle, perpendicular to the incident alpha particle. Okay, तो b क्या है बच्चों? देखो लिखा भी है perpendicular distance of the initial velocity vector, perpendicular distance of the initial velocity vector of the alpha particle from the center of the nucleus. तो न्यूक्लियस से कितनी दूरी पे वो velocity vector का मतलब what is the distance of velocity vector from the nucleus, gold nucleus? That is what the value of b is. If you increase the value of b, this theta, this angle of deviation will actually decrease. This theta is called as the scattering angle. All right. चलिए. So for larger value of b, alpha particle goes nearly undeviated and has small deflection. That is theta is approximately equal to 0. What about for small value of b? So as you can see here, देखो. So for small value of b, alpha particles traveling close to the nucleus suffer large deflection. That is completely true. That is completely logical also, because if you come closer to the gold nucleus, that means you are coming closer to the positively charged particles. So electric field because of this charged particle will what? Higher at near place. So what will happen? The deviation will be what? Greater at the near places, at the nearby places, at the nearby positions. Okay. What about if we talk about b is equal to 0? That means what about if the velocity vector is actually coinciding with the center of the gold nucleus? So what will happen? And in that case, theta will be maximum, and that theta will be 180 degree. So alpha particle directed towards center of nucleus retraces their path, and that theta is what? Angle of scattering is what? Approximately equal to 180 degree. All right. Now this is very important for your numerical approach, numerical problems. A distance of closest approach. What is distance of closest approach? That means at what is the minimum distance between the alpha particle and nucleus possible when the alpha particle will be retracing its path back. Okay, so we have to find that value d. So can I say that when this is going to occur, कब होगा ऐसा बच्चा? So at this point what will happen? बताइए जल्दी से. When this alpha particle is going to retrace back at this point, tell me what will be the velocity here? At point P, tell me what will be the velocity? देखो बच्चा, this particle is coming towards this. This is also positive. This is also positive. So what will happen? There is a what? A repulsive force is acting on the alpha particle. A repulsive force is acting on the alpha particle. If you talk about the force, repulsive force is acting on the alpha particle, right? So the speed of this alpha particle will decrease. There will be a point at which the speed of the alpha particle will become 0. So at this point P, the speed of the alpha particle becomes 0. But does acceleration become 0? Did we get acceleration 0 at point P? So answer is no. Velocity is 0, but acceleration is not 0. Why? Because force will still act in leftward direction. So because of this leftward force or leftward acceleration, now this alpha particle will start moving in leftward direction. Got the point? So hoga kya bacha? So at the distance of closest approach or at the point which is having minimum distance from the nucleus during the reversal of path, I will say all the kinetic energy, you can say, write it, you can read it here also. All the kinetic energy is completely converted into, when the speed of this particle becomes 0 at point P, that means kinetic energy is decreasing. Where does it go? Jata kahan hai? So hum bolenge, this decrease in kinetic energy has occurred because of the electrostatic force. So in the electric field of nucleus, in the electric field of these protons, positively charged particle, the kinetic energy has decreased. Where this decrease in kinetic energy will go? I'll say that kinetic energy will be stored in the form of potential energy. So kya hoga? At this point P, all the kinetic energy is completely converted into electrical potential energy of the system. System क्या है? So this positively charged particle and alpha particle. So the potential energy between alpha particle and this nucleus, the potential energy between alpha of the system, alpha particle and nucleus, will what? Increase at the expense of decrease in kinetic energy. So at the distance of closest approach, at the point which will have the minimum possible distance from the nucleus, I will say all the kinetic energy will be converted into potential energy. So what is the kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is equal to potential energy. What is the kinetic energy? Let's consider its K. What is the potential energy? What is the potential energy? Potential energy is nothing but K for a system. K Q1 Q2 by R, right? K Q1 Q2 by R. K is what, bachalo? So K is nothing but 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into, यहाँ से क्या लिखें? Q1 Q2 by R. This is the potential energy of two charge system at a distance of R. Two charge particle system separated by a distance R. So here the charge is what? Alpha particle का charge कितना बच्चा? 2e. Charge of this nucleus will be Z into E. If atomic number is Z, so number of proton is Z. Charge of one proton is E. So charge in nucleus will be Z into E. फिर से बोल रहा हूँ बच्चा. If atomic number is Z, so this Z will be equal to number of proton. If atomic number is Z, Z will be equal to number of proton, right? If number of proton is equal to Z, so total, and the charge of one proton is E, so total charge in nucleus will be Np into E. Np is Z, so Z into E. So charge present here is Ze. Charge present at this alpha particle is nothing but 2e, which is separated by a distance d. So I'll write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by d. All right. Now if I try to get the value of d, I can write d is equal to 2ze square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught divided into k. What is k? The kinetic energy. How will you get this kinetic energy? Sometimes this kinetic energy will be given to you directly in the form of joule. Sometimes it will be given to you in terms of electron volt. कि इतने एनर्जी से हमने उसको, like alpha particle has been accelerated by a potential of 120 volt, 220 volt, 200 volt. So in that way, the kinetic energy will be given to you. So if I give you this alpha particle have been accelerated by V potential. बोलो बच्चा, what will you write as the kinetic energy? इसका मीनिंग क्या हुआ होगा बच्चा? कहीं इधर क्या रखा गया? नेगेटिव, और इधर क्या रखा गया? पॉजिटिव, और बीच में अल्फा पार्टिकल रखा गया. So here somehow positive potential has been maintained, and here somewhat negative potential must have been maintained, or here negative potential must have been maintained. So because of this polarity, what has happened? This alpha particle must have accelerated in this direction. And if the potential difference maintained is V, tell me what is the kinetic energy that these alpha particles are going to attain? So क्या बोलेंगे? Q into V. Q into V. So in this case, kinetic energy of the alpha particle will be equal to 2E into V. तो कभी-कभी ऐसे भी लिखा रहेगा. They won't give you the kinetic energy directly. They will give you kinetic energy in terms of potential. Guys, please click yes if you have understood the theoretical concept of distance of closest approach. But chalo, please click yes if you have understood the theoretical concept of distance of closest approach. इसमें कुछ डाउट है तो प्लीज पूछ लो. ठीक है बच्चा, चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. तो एक कॉन्सेप्ट टेस्ट लेते हैं, ठीक है, और लेट अस सी हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू कैन आंसर दिस. देखो दिया है उसी तरीके से. So in Rutherford experiment, what is the distance of closest approach to the nucleus of a 5 mega electron volt alpha particle? ठीक है, approach to the nucleus of 5 mega electron volt alpha particle before it comes momentarily to rest and reverses its direction. तो बताइए, before coming to rest and reverses its direction, what is the distance of closest approach? What is the minimum distance that at which the alpha particle will reach to the nucleus? जल्दी आंसर करो. चलो बच्चा लोग जल्दी जल्दी आंसर करो। Come on guys. Atharv has answered. Anyone else? Ashutosh has answered. अच्छा चलो एक छोटा सा टेस्ट लेते हैं। Tell me what is the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught? देखते हैं कितने लोग जल्दी जल्दी आंसर हो जल्दी। Let us see how many of you answer this. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. What is the answer? आशुतोष, प्रतीश, दो लोगों ने आंसर किया। सिर्फ इतना टाइम? सर भूल गए सर, 100 साल पहले पढ़ा था सर। 10 to the power minus 9. Very good. 10 to the power minus 7. Very good, Pranav. Atharv is saying 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 11. क्या बात है। प्रशांत is saying 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12. Very good. Pranav is now saying 9 into 10 to the power minus 9. क्या बात है। देखो क्या हो गया, क्या से क्या हो गया। तुमने सब लोगों ने जज्बात बदल दिए लोगों के। कुछ ऐसा ही था, राइट? हाँ, मोस्ट ऑफ यू हैव गिवन द करेक्ट आंसर, बट कुछ लोगों को भांग का असर था। ठीक है, तो बच्चा लोग भूलना मत इसको, ठीक है। एंड 8.85 into 10 to the minus 12 जो लिखा था वो एप्सिलॉन नॉट का वैल्यू होता है। आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट 1 by 4 pi एप्सिलॉन नॉट, है ना। थोड़ा सा दिमाग को सही करके, ओके। तो देखिए आंसर रहा आपका ये अप्रोक्सीमेटली 4.5 into 10 to the power minus 14 मीटर। हाँ, गोल्ड एटम का देखो, सॉरी आई वाज सेइंग 179, दैट इज नॉट ट्रू। 193 क्या होता है उसका एटॉमिक मास, एंड z क्या होता है बच्चा लोग 79। दिस इज व्हाट x, और यू कैन से दिस इज व्हाट एटॉमिक मास एंड दिस इज व्हाट एटॉमिक नंबर। करेक्ट है? दिस इज a, दिस इज z, ऐसे लिखते हैं ना। we explain an atom like this ना, x z like this, right? भूल गया रे, केमिस्ट्री बहुत दिन हो गया पढ़े। अभी एटम्स न्यूक्लियाई पढ़ूंगा तो याद आएगा। न्यूक्लियाई का बेसिकली ये रिप्रेजेंटेशन है। We represent nucleus like this, right? So this is the atomic number, and ऊपर में क्या लिखते हैं? Mass number. Alright. तो देखते हैं कैसे सॉल्व करना है इसको। So we know the formula for D, that is 2z e square divided by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into k. तो क्या किया हम लोगों ने बच्चा लोग, देखो 2 को रखा, then 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 to the power 9. I have taken it here. Into z is what 79 for gold atom, 79 into e square, e is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 का होल स्क्वायर, e स्क्वायर है तो इसका स्क्वायर करेंगे, डिवाइडेड बाय k। k क्या है बच्चा लोग? तो दिस इज 5 मेगा इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट। तो कन्वर्ट दैट इनटू इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट, तो 5 into 10 to the power 6, कन्वर्ट दैट इनटू जूल, कन्वर्ट दैट इनटू जूल। तो उसको कन्वर्ट करोगे जूल में तो क्या मिलेगा? 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19। इसमें क्या लिखा है? न्यूक्लियस ऑफ 5 मेगा इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट अल्फा पार्टिकल। इसने नहीं बोला एक्सेलरेटेड थ्रू, इसने क्या बोला? दिस इज व्हाट हैविंग 5 मेगा इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट अल्फा पार्टिकल। दैट मींस एनर्जी और इन द फॉर्म ऑफ kinetic energy, the kinetic energy having or with alpha particle is what equivalent to 5 mega electron volt. It's directly given to you as kinetic energy. So convert this 5 mega electron volt into joule, you'll get the answer. So 5 into 10 to the power 6 is what? 5 into 10 to the power 6 electron volt. Convert this into joule by multiplying 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19. So this and one of this will get cancelled. If you solve it down, you'll get approximately 4.5 into 10 to the power minus 14 meter. So this is the distance of closest approach in this condition. ठीक है बच्चा लोग, चलिए अब आगे बढ़ते हैं हम लोग बोर्स मॉडल की तरफ। ठीक है, तो बेसिकली क्या है बच्चा लोग, बोर्स मॉडल किसके लिए एप्लीकेबल है? So this Bohr's model is applicable mostly for hydrogen-like atom और hydrogen atom. इसमें क्या होना चाहिए बच्चा लोग? Only one electron should be there. So an electronic configuration having single electron that will actually follow the Bohr's model of model of atom. बाकी में क्या होता है, प्रॉब्लम होता है, या यूनी इलेक्ट्रॉन स्पीसीज है ना. हाइड्रोजन लाइक एटम के लिए दिस Bohr's model is like you can say is helpful. Otherwise Bohr model of atom is what, not you can say a complete theory for other atoms. Hydrogen like atom के लिए this is okay, it can explain the hydrogen spectrum and other things, but for others मुश्किल हो जाएगा. Okay, चलिए, तो what are the shortcomings of Rutherford's nuclear model of atom? तो उन्होंने क्या बोला बच्चा कि ये प्लैनेट की तरह मूव करेगा, तो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स होना चाहिए, कुछ तो उस तरीके का होना चाहिए. इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है तो क्या होना चाहिए, इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स मिलना चाहिए. बट ही couldn't explain it कि एक्चुअली में है क्या. एंड सेकेंडली, if we say that these electrons are moving like a planet around sun, around star, that means it will move in a circular orbit or an elliptical orbit. That means that electrons, which are charged particle, are accelerating. We know from classical electromagnetic theory, classical electromagnetic wave theory, that any accelerated charged particle emits radiation or produces electromagnetic wave. That means a disturbance, energy. वो क्या करेगा, energy emit करेगा. Therefore, energy of electrons should decrease. If electrons will emit radiation, emit energy, emit electromagnetic wave continuously because it is accelerating, so energy of electrons must decrease. So if electrons will lose energy continuously, hence the radius, तो क्या होना चाहिए, इसका radius भी कम हो जाना चाहिए, right? Because if this will have low energy, what will happen? Because of the positive charged particle, because of the positively charged particle at the nucleus, what will happen? This will actually pull the electron towards the center. और होगा क्या, धीरे धीरे इसका रेडियस कम होता जाएगा और एक स्पाइरल फॉर्म में एक जलेबी बनाता हुआ क्या कर जाएगा, सीधा का सीधा सेंटर में जाके, एंड देन द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स विल व्हाट, बिकम अनस्टेबल. ये पार्ट पूरा एटम क्या हो जाएगा, फिर अनस्टेबल हो जाएगा. आर यू गेटिंग? हाँ, कोलैप्स कर जाना चाहिए, इसमें जाके मिल जाना चाहिए. But does that happen? The answer is no. It doesn't happen. So how will you explain this then? You told कि planet की तरह होगा, but you couldn't explain how and why. ठीक है? तो फिर उसके बाद बोर्स आए. ठीक है? इन्होंने क्या बोला? That electron will revolve around the nucleus. जैसा planet करता वैसा ही. But in certain stable orbits, because this is the reality that they are not doing this. This was the reality that they have said कि ये हो रहा है ऐसा. So you have to explain it, why it is occurring like this, why it is actually moving in a circular orbit, कैसे हो रहा है. So someone has to give some postulates, someone has to give theory to it, someone has to give some physics to it, add physics to it. So Bohr actually added physics to it. उन्होंने क्या बोला? He told that electron revolves around nucleus in certain stable orbits. So he defined some stable orbits, he defined some circular paths, spatial circular paths. He told that electrons will not revolve in any circular orbit. These electrons will not revolve in any circular orbit. The radius of these electrons will be fixed. Radius of circular path for these electrons will be what? Fixed. Clear है? तो उन्होंने क्या बोला? In certain stable orbit, electrons will revolve around the nucleus. Without emission of radiant energy, he told, there will not be any emission of radiant energy. These orbits have constant energy and radius. तो एक ऐसा orbit उन्होंने define किया that around the nucleus you will get at a particular radius some circular path, some circular orbit, and those circular orbits will have a constant energy, a constant radius. And if electrons are going to revolve in that constant radius, in that circular path, energy of the electron will not change. Hence, radiation is out of the question. So he actually dodged this question in this way by explaining that there will be some stable orbits in an atom. If electrons will revolve in them, no radiation. If electrons are going to make transition from one stable orbit to other, then there might be some kind of radiation that is possible. तो लोगों ने बोला फिर होता कैसे है रेडिएशन? How these radiations occur? क्योंकि रेडिएशन तो होता है, emission radiation लोगों ने पता किया था. It was proved experimentally that almost all the materials, all the atoms radiate energy. तो कैसे हो? तो he told if these electrons are moving in those certain orbits, there won't be any radiation. If there is radiation going on, that means there must be some electrons who is actually jumping from higher energy level or from one ground state, from one stable orbit to another stable orbit, from higher energy orbit to lower energy orbit, giving some of the energy as photon, losing some of the energy in the form of photon. And when you get those photons in the atmosphere, or when those photons are being encountered, we say there is radiation going on. ठीक है, चलिए. The first postulate क्या था? The first postulate was this, that electron revolve around nucleus in certain stable orbits without emission of radiant energy. These orbits have constant energy and radius. Okay, these orbits have been considered, it has been named as stationary states. उनको क्या नाम दिया गया बच्चों लोग? उन orbits को क्या बोला गया? Those orbits have been called as stationary states. Alright, ground states, or sorry, stationary states. मतलब रुका हुआ, कहीं move करने वाला नहीं. Alright. What was the second postulate? Second postulate क्या था? The second postulate for Bohr's model was what? About the angular momentum. क्या था बच्चों लोग? About the angular momentum. So electron revolves around the nucleus only in those orbit for which उस certain orbit के बारे में फिर उन्होंने बताया. Like he explained, he has given some characteristics, some properties to those certain stable orbits. He told these electrons will revolve around the nucleus only in those orbits for which the angular momentum is some integral multiple of h by 2 pi. If angular momentum in those orbits is equal to integral multiple of h by 2 pi, that means they are stable, and in those orbits electrons may move, electrons may revolve. Otherwise electrons will not revolve in those orbits which is having non-integral multiple of h by 2 pi as the angular momentum. Okay, so angular momentum he defined as angular momentum in any Bohr's orbit. ठीक है, angular momentum in any Bohr's orbit or any stationary क्या लिखा है ना, states. ठीक है, और in any stationary states or any Bohr's orbit, L must be equal to NH by 2 pi. याद रखना हमेशा. All right. अच्छा, if these electrons are going to move in circular orbit, tell me what will be the angular momentum then? ये तो उन्होंने बता दिया, लोगों को खूब मजा आया, लोगों ने इसको मार्क कर लिया ऐसे बक्से में बना के. But from this statement, from this relation, we can actually get to know what is the radius, what is the velocity. We can relate actually velocity and radius. How? So we know that angular momentum of this electron, since this is moving in circular orbit, so velocity of this electron will be tangential, and this is the radius, right? So if I ask you to find the angular momentum of this electron about the center of rotation, center of revolution, we'll write the angular momentum will be equal to ME into Vn into Rn, or MVR. Since this is the velocity in the nth orbit, we have considered this is what nth stationary orbit. So we have named the velocity as velocity in nth orbit. And since this is like radius of nth, तो मैंने क्या कर दिया इसको Rn. Yes, R cross P करो, कोई problem नहीं, same answer आएगा. Because angle between V and R is what 90 degree. Angle between V and R is what 90 degree. Or angle between R and P is also what 90 degree. Because momentum will be what in this direction. So angle between P and R is what 90 degree. So the finally you'll get L value as ME into Vn into Rn, and this must be equal to NH by 2, where N is what integer, H is Planck's constant, you know the value of H. Okay? So he actually, if you want to give a very small or very short answer to this second postulate, you can say angular momentum of an orbiting electron is stationary, is quantized. Angular momentum of an orbiting electron is what quantized. Quantized का मतलब क्या बच्चा? पैकेट में मिलेगा. 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, मतलब plus 1, मतलब कुछ एक फैक्टर में मिलेगा. Like if you are having like a packet, ये quantized का मतलब 1 plus 1, then again 1, then again 1, like this. You won't get half of it. You won't get quarter of it. Quantized का मतलब क्या बच्चा लोग? पैकेट में पूरा मिलेगा, एक. जैसे मान लो आप अगर चॉकलेट खरीदने जाते हो, क्या चॉकलेट हाफ कट करके देगा क्या? If you are going to buy let's say Cadbury chocolate, क्या हाफ कट करके देगा? सर मेरे को फ्रूट एंड नट चाहिए सर, वो सर 120 रुपीज़ का मिलता है सर, मेरे पास 60 रुपीज़ है सर, हाफ करके दो ना सर। ऐसा मिलता है क्या? नहीं। तो कैडबरी चॉकलेट इज ऑल्सो क्वांटाइज्ड। समझ में आ रही बात? वैसा ही ये क्या है, चलो एंगुलर मोमेंटम इज ऑल्सो व्हाट? क्वांटाइज्ड। अब कुछ लोगों के मुंह में पानी गिर रहा होगा, but चलो देयर इज अ डिस्क्लेमर फॉर यू, मोबाइल फोन, लैपटॉप एंड आईपैड, दे आर व्हाट? दे विल गेट डैमेज फ्रॉम वाटर। सो अपना मुंह को थोड़ा दूर रखो, खास करके लड़कियां घर में चॉकलेट खा खा के मोटी हो गई होंगी सब लोग, और लड़का लोग घर में लड्डू खा खा के मोटा हो गया होगा, है ना? चलिए, सो दस एंगुलर मोमेंटम ऑफ एन ऑर्बिटिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन इज व्हाट? एक्चुअली क्वांटाइज्ड। ये हो गया आपका सेकंड बोर्स, लाइक बोर्स पॉस्टुलेट। ठीक है बच्चा लोग, 60 रुपीज का ले लेंगे। विजय कुमारी सिंह सर मोटा ही नहीं हो रहा है सर। How is this possible, man? Like, I'll tell you, when I was staying in Mangalore, I was like, पूरा मुंह मेरा ऐसा हो गया था, मेरा टमी खूब बड़ा हो गया था, and I could have seen some kind of like मोटा सा stretch mark on all the bodies, पूरा मोटा हो गया इधर, biceps नहीं हुआ but हाँ मोटे हो गए थे। When I went to my home, my native, like my mother was actually very happy. My youngest brother told me that भैया ये क्या हो गया, like you have become so fat, मस्त लग रही, तुम तो किसी को एक थप्पड़ मारेगा वो गिर जाएगा, ऐसा वो बोलने लगा। देन माय मदर एक्चुअली, उन्होंने पता नहीं कुछ नजर उजर उतारने लगी, some kind of काजल एंड ऑल, कि नजर ना लगे ऐसा करके। यू नो मदर्स, राइट? दे ऑलवेज वांट यू गाइस टू बी लाइक गोल मटोल, है ना? सो but when I stayed in at my home, I started having like normal food, veg food, pure veg food and all those things. I started like losing weight. My mom was actually so worried about herself and me that she was saying simple कि अरे मेरे हाथ में क्या है, मैं तुझे पतला करता जा रहा हूँ, क्या दिक्कत हो रहा है, why are you not eating properly? So I was like scolded almost 3 to 4 times every day. Sometimes like she used to like show me so much of care. I used to take class, मैं बैठा हूँ, उधर से पानी लेके आ रही है, चाय लेके आ रही है, दूध लेके आ रही है, like I'm kind of महाराजा और so, ठीक है? तो विजय, I seriously don't believe that you won't become fat at your home. माँ लोग मोटे कर ही देते हैं। फिर मैं इधर मैंगलोर आ गया, काम वाम होगा, फिर पतला दुबला हो जाऊंगा। Yes धानुष, correct. Pratish, you are becoming thinner. Very good यार, it's good to know. चलिए, so anyway, third postulate क्या है बच्चों? What is the third postulate? So in third postulate, Bose has actually explained the radiation. In third postulate उन्होंने क्या बताया? रेडिएशन की बात करी। जो सब लोग रेडिएशन रेडिएशन चिल्ला रहे थे कि अरे सर, atoms are radiating, atoms are giving, like atoms are emitting some photons with some energy. How is this possible? How will you explain this? So he explained that radiation part by saying that an electron might make a transition from one of its specified non-radiating orbits to another of lower energy. ठीक है? चलो, वेलकम बैक चंद्रमुखी. अच्छा लोग, कैन यू सी मी? एक मिनट रुक जाओ. चलो, एक मिनट, प्लीज वेट फॉर अ मिनट. जसविता, प्लीज मेक मी होस्ट. बच्चा, जसविता, प्लीज मेक मी होस्ट. जसविता जल्दी करो, नहीं तो बाकी लोग तुम्हें घूर घूर के देख रहे हैं. चलो, थैंक यू. All right, let me make Roshan Raz. Where are you? All right. ये चंद्रमुखी पीछा नहीं छोड़ती रे, बहुत बदमाश है. एक सेकंड रुक जाओ. पता नहीं है, कुछ तो ये डीनेट वालों का प्रॉब्लम है यार. ये हर एक दो दिन बाद कुछ देर के लिए इसका इंटरनेट जाता है. Yesterday, like I struggled a lot. Yesterday, your class was about to get cancelled. At 3:42, that internet guy came and he actually fixed this. So I actually messaged Pradeep also, like, today class, I'm afraid today class will be cancelled, like that. And then it was a kind of miracle, you can say. Anyway, so guys, click yes if you can hear me and see the blackboard clearly. Chalo, please click yes if you can hear me and see the blackboard clearly. Not D-Link, it's DNet. I get to know that in Mangalore, DNet is quite famous here. They provide quite stable internet service. So I took that. You can't see me. I think you can see me now. ठीक है? अरे वही तो चंद्रमुखी परेशान करके रखा है रे. पहले बिहार गया, फिर बिहार से मैंगलोर भी आया, मालूम नहीं. Alright, चलो बच्चा. Yeah, so I was talking about that the first postulate. तो बोर ने क्या बोला बच्चा? So Bohr has actually given the first postulate as each orbit, each stationary orbit will have a fixed energy, a constant energy. If electron has to move in that orbit, that electron or these electrons must have that much of energy. If energy with electron, if electron will have energy which is greater than that constant energy, it cannot move in that. It has to lose part of its energy and then it can actually revolve in that orbit. Okay? Just imagine a case where this was the initial orbital state and this is the final orbital state. So this is having what? Higher energy. क्या है चलो? Higher energy level. मैं इसको higher energy level बोल रहा हूँ, ठीक है? So initially the electrons were, or that electron was actually in this orbit, Ni. ठीक है? Now this electron has made a transition and moved to the final or lower energy level. ठीक है? So we know that this will have a fixed amount of energy. So it will have an energy, let's say EI, and this will have what? Energy, let's say EF. So if this electron will move from here to here, what will happen? This electron can only adjust in this orbit if energy associated with this electron is equal to EF. So to revolve in this orbit, what that electron has to do? उस electron को क्या करना पड़ेगा? That electron has to lose the extra energy. So what is the extra energy this electron is having? So extra energy with the electron. वो कितना है बच्चा लोग? तो EI minus. So it has to lose. So this electron will lose this much of energy. In which form this energy will appear? So this extra energy will be emitted in the form of radiation. ये extra जो energy है वो क्या होगा बच्चा लोग? In the form of radiation. And we know that energy of radiation is nothing but h nu. We know that energy of radiation is what? Nothing but h nu. So we call when such transition will occur, energy of radiation, in radiation will have photons which has been emitted because of this transition. So we write energy of emitted photon or energy of radiation will be equal to EI minus EF, where EI and EF are the energies of the initial and final state. तो इस तरीके से उन्होंने इस रेडिएशन और एमिटेड फोटोन की एनर्जी को एक्सप्लेन किया। ठीक है चलो, so this is all about the third postulates of Bohr's model. Guys, please click yes if you have understood three postulates of Bohr's model. बहुत ही simplified है। पहला क्या था बच्चों? Let me come back to first just for the reading. Electron revolves around nucleus in certain stable orbits. ठीक है? Without emission of radiant energy. These orbits must have constant energy and radius. Second postulate क्या है बच्चों? Angular momentum of an orbital electron is what? Quantized. An orbital moment or angular momentum of an orbiting electron will be equal to nh by 2 pi. ठीक है? Third क्या बच्चों? The energy of emitted photon and energy of you can say radiation will be equal to EI minus EF, or you can say when electron will make transition from higher energy level to lower energy level, the energy or part of its energy or the extra energy will what? Emitted in the form of radiation in the form of photons. Okay, चलिए बहुत बढ़िया। तो ये हो गए postulates, हम लोगों ने पढ़ लिया। ठीक है, these are the three postulates. Let us take a test and let us try to get the answer for this. बोलो बच्चा, you don't have to pause the video, don't worry. It is like based on proper pedagogy which is not being followed in online classes. That is why you don't have to pause the video here. चलो आंसर करो। 2 minutes का भी नहीं है। Why am I saying 2 minutes? 30 seconds में हो जाएगा। Let's give the answer. Which of the following cannot be the value of angular momentum of electron in hydrogen atom? Yes, Pratish. बाकी लोग जल्दी आंसर करो फटाफट। What is the correct answer? Yes, Chetan. बहुत बढ़िया, धन्यवाद। Correct. Yes, Prajwal. Abhishek is saying B. Interesting. अरे बच्चों वाला सवाल है, उसमें भी बच्चे गलत कर रहे हैं। देखो, बच्चों के लिए for kids only this question has been asked, and those kids are only committing mistake. B, A. Dhanush is saying A. Kishore Chauhan is saying B. बाकी सब लोग C बोल रहे हैं, but कुछ लोग गलत कर रहे हैं। अरे it's simple बच्चा, NH by 2 pi orbital. Sorry, the angular momentum must be equal to NH by 2 pi, where N must be an integer. आप देख लो यहाँ पे, it is what 1 into H by 2 pi. No problem. N is 1. Here what is बच्चा? 2 into H by 2 pi. Here 2 is what? Integer. No problem. यहाँ क्या बच्चा? 3 by 2 into H by 2 pi. Do we have 3 by 2 as integer? Is 3 by 2 an integer? The answer is no, not an integer. So in third case, is angular momentum quantized? The answer is no. So what is the correct answer for this? Option C. What is the correct answer for this? Option C. ये क्या हो रहा है? अरे बाबा, कुछ से कुछ हो जाता है। Option C. चलिए, तो ये हो गया। ये क्या है? ये कुछ गड़बड़ झाला कर दिया इन लोगों ने। ऑप्शंस कुछ और हैं। चलो, नो प्रॉब्लम, करेक्ट है सही। चलिए, नाउ विल टॉक अबाउट सम रिजल्ट्स ऑब्टेन्ड फ्रॉम बोर्स मॉडल। तो कुछ रिजल्ट्स जो ऑब्टेन हुआ बोर्स मॉडल से, दैट वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी। ऑलराइट, लेट मी टेक अ रेड कलर। या डन, रेड एंड ब्लू विल वर्क फाइन। So the first क्या है बच्चों? The stationary states or the orbits for electrons are numbered. N is equal to 1, 2, 2, 3 मतलब 1, 2, 3 and so on. These integral numbers are known as principal quantum numbers of the orbit. Detailed analysis, detailed teaching or detailed information about these quantum number must have been given to you in chemistry. ठीक है, फिजिक्स में बहुत ही लिमिटेड तरीके से इसको पढ़ना है। आप लोगों ने इसको ऑलरेडी पढ़ा होगा केमिस्ट्री में, प्रिंसिपल क्वांटम नंबर के बारे में। ठीक है, तो आप सिर्फ इसको यहाँ ये समझना है फिजिक्स that these number n is equal to 1 to those integral numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, they are called as principal quantum numbers of the orbit, and those numbers will be marked, will be started from the nucleus, from the orbits closest to the nucleus. मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि ऊपर से नीचे, कहां से कहां जाना है, रेडियली आउटवर्ड में जाना, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. All right, so from the nucleus the first orbit will be marked as n is equal to 1. ठीक है, then 2 then 3. All right, second क्या मिला बच्चा? तो second क्या हमें निकालना basically? Second is what? The velocity. So sometimes you will be asked in boards that derive an expression for velocity of an electron moving in a stationary orbit or moving in nth principal quantum number or moving in an orbit of n principal quantum number. तो आपको ये derivation करने का आ सकता है. तो how will you derive this? तो from Bohr's second postulate you can say L will be equal to nh by 2 pi. L will be equal to nh by 2 pi. Here we will have L is equal to mvr, MEVNR. ठीक है, ये पार्ट लिख देंगे, नो प्रॉब्लम. अच्छा, दिस इज द फर्स्ट इक्वेशन दैट वी गेट. सेकंड इक्वेशन क्या है बच्चों? हाउ विल यू राइट द सेकंड इक्वेशन? वी कैन से दैट दिस इज वन रिलेशन बिटवीन V and R. I need to get V where R should not be there, right? I need to get V in terms of some known quantities. So V must only depend on the value of n. Here we are talking about hydrogen like atom. हम किसकी बात कर रहे हैं? चलो हाइड्रोजन एटम की बात कर रहे हैं. All right, चलो तो देखते हैं. So let us find out the velocity in nth orbit. So this is the first relation that will actually compare, that will relate velocity with other parameters. But in this first relation, R will come, which is also an unknown. हमारे पास R भी क्या है? एक unknown है. So I need to get rid of this R. I have to eliminate this R. How will I do that? So I need one more relation which should have R in that. Okay. चलिए दूसरा relation क्या होगा? So I can say that if this particle is moving in a circular path, that means there must be a radial, or there must be a force acting towards the center of circle, and the magnitude of that force must be equal to mv square by r. Right? चलिए, so let us find out what is the force that is acting on this electron towards the center of the circle. So if this is the electron, this will have a negative charge, and at the center we will have nucleus which will have a positive charge. So I would say there is an attractive electrostatic force which is acting towards the center of the circle, nothing else. तो यही एक force है जो इधर लग रहा है. What will be the magnitude of that force? So I will write magnitude of that force will be given as k q1 q2 by r square. Will be given by the formula k q1 q2 by r square. This is what Fe. This is what Fe, and this Fe must be equal to mv square by r. Since we are talking about velocity in nth orbit, I'll represent as Vn. Since we are talking about the radius of nth orbit, I'll talk about Rn. So here Rn. How will I write kq1 q2 by r square? What are the charges? If I consider this as q1, this as q2, I can say q1 is E, q2 here is again E, because we are talking about hydrogen. So the Z value is 1. So Z into E is the charge of the nucleus. So Z into E. If you talk about any hydrogen-like atom, the charge at the nucleus will be Ze. Charge at the nucleus will be Ze. So hydrogen-like atom में क्या हो जाएगा? Charge at the nucleus will be Ze. So you can write KEZE divided by Rn square. This must be equal to mvn square divided by Rn. M किसका? तो electron का. So this is the second relation that we are going to get. You can compare this with this also. This is the same thing. The only difference that is there is Z has not been included here. क्योंकि Z क्या होता है? चलो Z is equal to 1 in case of hydrogen. तो यहाँ hydrogen like atom में Z को Z रखेंगे. In terms of hydrogen we have to put Z as 1. Okay? चलिए, तो ये part मिला second equation. So from here I'll get the value of. From here I will get the value of Rn. If I put the value of Rn in first equation, or if you actually compare these two, if you compare these two, you will get nh by 2 pi is equal to mvr. If you put the value of r here, यहाँ से देखो क्या हो जाएगा, एक vn से vn कैंसिल हो जाएगा, and finally you will get an answer here. ये z को यहाँ पे इंक्लूड करने का बार बार z छूट जा रहा है, ठीक है, यहाँ z को रखा हमने, तो z will be here, vn उधर जाएगा, vn उधर जाएगा, yeah, z will be here. So what is the answer? We'll get vn will be equal to z by n. Let me इसको 1 को हटा दो and write z instead. So vn, velocity in nth orbit, can be written as z by n into e square divided by 2h epsilon naught. So क्या लिखोगे चलो, vn is equal to z by n into e square divided by 2h epsilon naught. E is a constant, 2h is a constant, epsilon naught is a constant. So you can say velocity in nth orbit is directly proportional to z by n. ठीक है बच्चा लोग, याद रहेगा ये. This is for किसके लिए? हाइड्रोजन लाइक एटम के लिए. इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट हाइड्रोजन ओनली, इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट हाइड्रोजन ओनली, तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? वी हैव टू राइट वेलोसिटी इन nth ऑर्बिट विल बी इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू n. दैट्स इट. नो विजय, यू डोंट हैव टू रिमेंबर द होल पार्ट. ये कांस्टेंट पार्ट को याद रख के यू हैव टू रिमेंबर. टेल मी गाइस, व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ दिस कांस्टेंट पार्ट? यू मस्ट हैव स्टडीड इन केमिस्ट्री. What is the value of this constant part? You can solve, you can get that value right now also. You put the value of epsilon naught, h and e, you'll get the value. बोलो बच्चों, what is the value of v that you get? जल्दी से बताओ. 13.6. ना चिन्मय, गंदी बात. बोलो बच्चों, जल्दी से बताओ. 2.17 और 2.18 into 10 to the power e, right? यही होता है ना, 2.17 something or 2.18 into, you can write like this also. तो विजय, so you can write approximately 2.18 into 10 to the power 8 into z by n. अभी याद आया? चलो गजनी, याद आ गया तो याद आ तो गया बिना टैटू देखे हुए, वही चाहिए था. तो यू डोंट हैव टू एक्चुअली रिमेंबर द फुल फॉर्म, आप सिर्फ ये याद रख लो. नॉर्मली यू वोंट बी आस्क्ड इन दिस फॉर्म, यू विल बी आस्क्ड टू गेट द रेशियोज एंड ऑल. यस प्रतीश, वो 13.6 एनर्जी में आता है, एंड दैट टू इन इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट. ठीक है, तो ये बात पक्का याद होना चाहिए बच्चों लोग, आप प्लीज गलत मत करना. ओके, चलिए, तो ये मिल गया मुझे वेलोसिटी का पार्ट. अब बात करते हैं रेडियस का. लेट अस फाइंड आउट व्हाट विल बी द रेडियस. So we got two equations. This is one, this is the first one, this is the second one. If we can eliminate r and we can get v, similarly we can eliminate v and we can get r. If we get the value of v from here, if you put it in second equation, you'll get the value of r. What the point? So if you do the same thing, आपको यहां से जो r का वैल्यू मिलेगा, r will be equal to, देखो एक चीज मिसिंग है हाइड्रोजन लाइक एटम के लिए. Right, and for hydrogen like atom it should be कितना बच्चा लोग? It should be z. It should be z, right? और ये z यहाँ भी आएगा क्या? देखो क्या क्या मिसिंग पार्ट है, देखो यहाँ पे ध्यान से देखना. I am writing NH by 2 pi will be equal to m into v into r. m into v into r. v में क्या आता है? z ही आता है, z by n. When you will try to get the value of r, तो r कहाँ है? देखो बच्चा लोग, where are we getting r? This is r, right? So this Rn will be equal to क्या हो जाएगा? This n and n will get multiplied and this z will come in the denominator. देखो, you just take this part this side. So n will n and n multiplied, h multiplied, h square. All right, 2 and 2 get cancelled. Pi is already there. E square will come down, है ना? Me will come down. Epsilon naught will go up. So what is the answer? Finally क्या मिलेगा? So you can write this r as. अच्छा, one more thing. So I have to actually write z in the denominator. You can say divided by z, n square by z. If you look at the values, look at the parameters, it's h square, epsilon naught, pi, me, e square. ये क्या है बच्चों? These are what? Constant. What is the value of that? What is the value of h square, epsilon naught, pi, me, e square? इसका देखो वैल्यू नीचे में निकाला है, 5.29 into 10 to the power minus 11. और 0.53 एंगस्ट्रॉम, ऐसा लिखेंगे ना? हाँ करेक्ट, 0.53 एंगस्ट्रॉम. और you can say 0.529 एंगस्ट्रॉम. You can remember that. और 52 पिकोमीटर चलेगा, no problem. तो 0.529 angstrom can also be remembered. So you can write this Rn as 0.529 n square divided by z angstrom. But there is a simple, or you can say there is a trick here, there is a kind of mistake that people do, that students do, is they don't remember this angstrom unit. They will remember this 0.529 part, but they'll miss out the angstrom. वहां पे गलती होगा. तो don't try to remember multiple things. सिर्फ अगर angstrom में याद रखा तो angstrom में याद रखो 0.529 angstrom. ठीक है? So this Rn will be, you can write this Rn will be directly proportional to n square divided by z. ठीक है बच्चा? और इस चीज को याद रखना, आप न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू भूल जाओ, नो प्रॉब्लम, बट फॉर ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन this is important. They will ask you what will be the ratio of orbit, ऐसा करके. What will be the ratio of third Bohr's orbit of you can say helium atom and fourth Bohr's orbit of hydrogen atom. तो उस केस में आपको पता करना पड़ेगा. You should know this ratio. You should know this relation. All right? बहुत बढ़िया. तो ये मिल गया बच्चे लोग. This is the relation for radius of the stationary states or of the Bohr's orbit. Okay? So remember this properly. Okay? Without any mistake. All right. What about the energy associated with electrons in its stationary orbit or in its stationary state? Energy कितना होता है? तो which energy the electrons will have? बोलो बच्चों. Energy कौन सा रहेगा इलेक्ट्रॉन के पास? Which energy the electrons will have? दोनों रहेगा, है ना? But in this one, as you can see in this slide, it has been directly written E square by 8 pi epsilon naught Rn. ये कैसे आया? How did we get this? How did we get this? So actually हुआ ये है. I'll teach you that part also in I think coming slides. I have included that energy levels and all. I'll teach you that part also. So this total energy is nothing but minus potential energy, or sorry, potential energy divided by 2. If you can remember the energy relation in gravitation, याद है सबको? Planet का energy क्या होता था? Total energy of a planet is nothing but half of the potential energy. Guys, do you remember that? याद है सबको? तो वही काम किया है. What will be the potential energy, बच्चा? तो what will be the potential energy? तो you will write K Q1 Q2 by R square, है ना? K Q1 Q2 by R square. K Q1 क्या है? चलो E. E क्या है? Minus E actually. When you write the potential energy, what do you write? When you write the potential energy, you have to take the sign also. So Q1 is what? Minus U. Q2 is what? ZE divided by R into half is the total energy. Into half is what? The total energy. Alright बच्चों लोग, यही पार्ट किया है. तो E square here, Z is what? Missing. यहाँ पे Z क्या है? Missing. Z क्या है बच्चों लोग? Missing. Alright, so this ZE square divided by 8 pi epsilon naught Rn मिला मुझे energy. Now, if I put the value of Rn, what is Rn बच्चों लोग? तो Rn is nothing but this value n square by z into something, right? So if you put the value of Rn here, Rn क्या है? N square by z. So if you consider z also, this z and z will multiply. तो यहाँ पे क्या मिलेगा? Z square. If you look at these terms, E square, pi, m, E square, 8 pi epsilon naught, h square epsilon, all of these are what? Constant. ये सब क्या है बच्चों? बताता हूँ, तब वेट करो ना. सब क्या है? Constant है. तो you can write this as energy of nth orbit is actually directly proportional to z square divided by n square. If you put all the values of these known quantities, you will get this value will be equal to 13.6 electron volt. So you have to remember this energy in nth orbit energy in nth orbit is nothing but minus 13.6 into z square divided by n square electron volt. So for your objective question, this relation, this box will help you. ठीक है बच्चों लोग, तो ये रिलेशन आपको याद रखना है. You can forget this part, no problem. You can always derive this because this derivation is extremely important. This derivation can be asked to you in boards. This derivation can be asked to you in boards. ठीक है, तो derivation आप याद कर सकते हो, but आसान है यार. You can simply write E is equal to potential energy by 2. Potential energy is this, half करोगे, and then put the value of Rn. If you put the value of Rn, this is the value of U. Alright guys. अच्छा, what is the meaning of this negative sign? What is the meaning of this negative sign? याद करो बच्चा. In gravitation also your teacher must have taught you. What is the meaning of negative sign? The negative sign of the total energy of an electron moving in an orbit means that electron is bound with the nucleus. To get rid of the orbit, to get rid of the atomic, like you can say, binding, you have to apply, you have to give extra this much of energy to the electron so that the electron will come out of the orbit. है ना? Yes, ionization energy उतना देना पड़ेगा आपको. बात समझ में आ रही है क्या? चलिए. So this is all about the energy associated with an electron in its stationary orbit or in its stationary state. Guys, please click yes if you have understood all these 4 results or observations of Bohr's postulates. Clear है? चलो. So guys, thank you बच्चा लोग. Thank you for attending the class. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a nice day. धन्यवाद. Let us meet tomorrow and let us proceed ahead. इसके आगे हम देखेंगे. ठीक है? So after this, some numericals will be there related to Bohr's postulate, related to Bohr's, you can say, observations. Okay? So please don't miss tomorrow's class. Tomorrow's class is very, very important. That will actually help you to revise the numerical aspects of atomic structure. ठीक है? In chemistry and in physics also. ठीक है? So thank you बच्चा लोग. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a nice day. Enjoy मड़ी. Bye bye. Take care. खुश रहिए.